Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the On Fire B2B podcast. It's the podcast where we take business owners and CEOs in the B2B space. 6 questions, 9 minutes, because the best know when to be concise and when to end. Let's get to it. Question number 1, in a couple sentences, tell me who you are and what do you do?
Yes, my name is Christoph Nauer. I'm a business and time management coach. I primarily work with small business owners who work too much and are overwhelmed. I help them clarify and prioritize their focus so they can make more money, work less, and spend more quality time with loved ones. I basically help them double or triple their productivity, profits, and time off. Most of my clients fall into the following categories. They're the trades, insurance, financial advisors, accountants, real estate, dentists, chiropractors, doctors, or attorneys.
Love it, Christoph. Question number 2, what is the best thing about working with businesses?
You probably know that a lot of small business owners started a business because they're very good at something and they're passionate and they want to make a difference and they want to be their own boss. As such, they usually are very dedicated and motivated to succeed. For me, there's nothing more satisfying than being able to assist business owners who say any of the following. I'm so busy, I don't have time. I'd like to work smarter, not harder. I'd love to improve my work-life balance. Big one right now. I need more hours in my day. I work 7 days a week, don't have any time off, or my employees are not, or team members are not performing the way they should. I do all the work myself. How can I get more done? Seeing them grow their business by not working more and longer, but smarter, not harder, witnessing and being part of their growth and improved personal life is ultimately the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Perfect. With 7 minutes and 30 seconds left, question number 3. I'm hearing from other top executives and owners that using quotes and testimonials from clients really increase conversions and sales. What are your thoughts?
I think I agree with that, yes. Quite often when I tell stories and use client quotes, the prospect can easily relate since they are going through similar problems and challenges. Um, so, for instance, one client says, "Thank you so much for giving me permission to put myself first." Um, and there is another one that says, "Thank you, Christoph. I've always wanted a business coach. When I think about you and the things we discuss, I know you were sent by God, and I feel I'm on the right path with my business." The other thing, too, is storytelling sometimes can make a difference as well. I don't know if we have time for a short story. If we do, then I can definitely share that.
Well, maybe at the end, so we only have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. And I want to get to question number 4. What advice you share with other companies working in the B2B industry? Go.
Okay, so quite often they wonder, how can I get more done? You know, they'd love to have an extra day, hour or two a day. And if you do certain things, and I want to give you those steps, uh, you can actually do that. So for instance, everybody has heard of the famous to-do list. Write everything down, every time commitment that you have. And it's not in the head, it's not committed. It has to be either on paper or on a electronic document. Then prioritize. Assign a time to each task. How long will it take for me to finish that? Murphy's Law says it always takes longer, so be conservative. Next, absolutely critical, then you have to schedule that. Whatever doesn't get scheduled does not get done. Next, you gotta follow your schedule. Don't allow other people to change your schedule for you. If you have time blocked for a certain project, stick with it. Don't answer the phone, don't check email, don't go on social media during that time. Most of you have heard about Brian Tracy's book, Eat That Frog. He doesn't talk about eating an actual frog. He's talking about doing the most challenging task first and not last. And that is absolutely critical because once we get that done, we just rock and roll afterwards. It's so easy because we feel so accomplished. A big suggestion I have for you is using what they call the 90-15-90. So 90 minutes of nonstop working uninterrupted on a task, take a 15-minute break and do it again for another 90 minutes. If you just do this once a week, you will absolutely incredibly increase your productivity. And if you stop to a task, on a particular task, it takes up to 7 times longer to do it that way. So interruptions is a huge time waster.
Perfect. I love all those suggestions there. Let's get to question number 5. What other top CEOs and business owners in the B2B industry like yourself would you like to acknowledge as a leader and should be a guest on my podcast?
There's a number of them that come to mind. Thanks for asking. One is Latoya Clark and Diane Labazio. Both of them are in marketing sphere, fantastic people. There's Michael Leibowitz, who does brand strategy and talks about how you can actually get your message out so people understand exactly what it is you're doing, so your conversion rate goes up. There's Angela Mutchler, who provides legal services to business owners. Christian Booman, top-notch IT specialist. There's Carol Weekly, the best accountant in the Bay Area that I have known. I've talked to her for only a couple of minutes, and I learned more from her doing those 2 minutes than I have learned from any other accountant in my 10 years in business. And then last but not least, my own personal marketing coach, Adam Duran. He does online marketing, helps people more reviews and helps them get found on the internet.
Perfect. I'll look them all up when we're done here. But number 6, Christoph, most important question of the podcast. Need you to focus on this one. Hey, Christoph, tell me about your first time, your first sale.
All right. So I follow a script for my sales presentations that I've gotten from a top-notch coach. As a coach, you always need to work with other coaches as well. And so the sales presentation went really well. I thought, now was the time to ask for the sale. So I did what my coach told me to. I would ask the prospect, Mr. Prospect, what's your budget? What is it worth to you to get these results that we discussed? So he mentioned, between $1,200 and $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month is about what I see. So I was blown away because that was not what I was expecting. So I had to, of course, refocus and, answer him. So I said, all right, how about $1,300? What did that sound? He said, done, deal. So that story and that experience, I think I always remember that one.
Perfect. That is a great story there. You have 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Promo time. Go for it.
All right. A brief story that I wanted to share is a dentist came to me because his wife was upset with him for bringing work home. Now, a dentist bringing work home, how the heck does that happen? Well, he was doing other people's work. So he started working with me and stopped micromanaging and focusing on the things that only he could do as a dentist. And in the process, he was able to add 7 to 10 patients to his practice, and he had a happy home life at the end. So micromanaging is not a good thing. So focus on the things that only you can do as the entrepreneur and delegate everything else.
Perfect. So that's your promo right there for you?
What's that?
So that's your promo time. Do you want to say anything else more about your business?
Well, if I talked about who I'm helping, and all the listeners who feel like they want to learn more about that, they're entitled to a free business breakthrough session. During that time, we talk about where they want to go, what is holding them back, and then see how I can help them get to where they want to go and overcome those challenges that they have. So as a gift, the thank you for all the listeners that you have, I want to offer that to them free of charge. And they can sign up on my website, balance6.biz, and they also can learn more about me on that website, as well as subscribing to my own podcast.
Perfect. You pulled it off. 6 questions, 9 minutes, because the best know when to be concise and when to end. Your website, say it real quick.
Balance6.biz.
In the description, it's magic. Christoph, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And everyone else watching or listening, make sure you check out more episodes of the On Fire B2B podcast. I am Bob Clark. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.